Those who were recipients of our scholarship last year. And those students, nobody will say that they are starting every quarter. I told them this year I'm going to make that enforcement at this meeting. So people can really see that we do this. It's not just say they say it's going to give money, so you can see us deposit money to the kids. And in addition to that, I just want to say those students, they are successful because of the work that is put in by the coaches, working with them. I had to put them from inside when they were training, just now to come and let's do this. So I think what I want to do is let's take care of their peace before we go into this into what we're doing for the next 3 days. So how many student athletes do we have here? You can stand up, introduce yourself, and tell us which school you are from and which event you won last year. Or, so let's do that. Starting with, and introduce yourself.
My name is Becky. I'm from I won 100, 400, long jump, and 200 last year.
Good everyone, my name is Felix. I'm from President Government School. I won 800, 100, and 400.
Thank you, sir. My name is Felix Idahosa. I'm from Government School. I'm the one I won for him last year.
My name is Jamaya. I'm from the Redeemers Academy. I won 400 last year.
My name is Otoma James, and I participated in 200 meters. I'm from YWC.
This is a word of truth.
Okay.
This is one of the students
I did get there.
that I took to Benson, the outside university. He's on scholarship with this outside university now.
Okay.
That's Isaiah Idahosa. He has been admitted and given his scholarship for Benson, the outside university.
It's a university or college?
University, the outside university now. Now.
Okay, so it's older than the youth stage.
He's not going to run now.
Okay.
He qualified last year. He's in school.
Okay.
Next.
He has won the scholarship.
Yes.
Speak louder, speak louder.
My name is Kusoni Thomas. I went from 100 meters to Aspen.
I've never introduced yourself.
Yes, sir.
So, of all the artists you just heard from, this were not the only ones that won. These were our 10 best athletes from last year's competition. Out of over 600 student athletes that participated in last year's competition. These were the 10 best athletes. That's how they won the scholarship for Utah. And each of them got 100,000 each. For all 10 of them, it was 250,000 per quarter. That's what it costs at Utah Sports Academy. So those are the kids. If you want to put your name here, and those who have account, put your account number here. If you don't have a bank account, you probably get cash.
Get up. Come and put your name.
Okay, which school you go?
Your name and bank account.
So while we are doing that, to save everybody's time, I think we should probably just try going through the other issues for discussion. The president want to ask questions, or do you want to do overview, or we're open to you guys to tell us what you want to have. Do you want to ask questions? Or?
Just start first. Tell us about this very tournament that is coming.
Okay.
That is the major.
Okay. So, Agent of Sports Academy. The three people you see here, actually, there's one more person that is not here, Dr. Kola, who's our secretary. We started in 2019. Yeah. How did this come about? All three of us were in the US. We were doing medical missions all across those states for about 5 years. At the end of that 5th year, we said, let us find a way to give back. Because most of us have been gone for some 40 years, or 35 years, or 45 years. This was a way of giving back to our community where we came from. That's how AUTO was born, to come back here and give future student athlete opportunity. Besides competing on a yearly event like this, as you can see just now, we do the 10 best athletes. We also do the school with the most medals. Yeah, the cup is actually being engraved as we speak. Whichever school gets the most medal on Friday, they get that cup and a cash prize of 200,000 naira. Now, so over the last 5 years, the first year we did this was at the Universe Sports Conference. Probably had about 300 athletes. Last year we had over 700 athletes from all three senatorial districts. Probably the first time we had about 160 from Edo North and 44 from Edo Central, and the rest 400 and something from Edo South. This year now we decided to focus more on Edo South. Let's just do something here. I think the coach was telling me there's probably another competition coming up that they want to use for the other two senatorial districts. So this year is primarily going to be the 5 local governments around Edo South. That's what we're focusing on. And again, what are we trying to do here? It's trying to identify those young student athletes from age 11, 12 on, to support them, provide them opportunity for training, provide them assistance, whatever assistance they need. Once they've been identified as a youth kids, whatever they need, we try and meet those needs. Are they going to competition, or so they have a need to go there, or they need housing assistance for the competition, or transportation? All what you have to do is, Mr. President, we have one of your kids, so then we provide that support that they need. So over the last 3 years now, Christina is so here today, Ochologo is probably one of our bright stories over the last few years, who in 2021, but was that 21 or 22? Christina, what year did she first win a scholarship? 2021, she was probably one of the student athletes that did very well. She got a scholarship that year. The next 3 years, she developed so much. Last year, she went to present Edo State in All African Games in Zambia, right? Nigeria. They presented Nigeria in Zambia. African Youth. Then following that, in the last recent Olympics, she also represented Nigeria in long jump. She made it to the finals. Olympics in Paris. She made it to the finals. So what are we saying here? And when I saw most of you in June, we talked about training and academics. If all of those things are in place, our goal really is to provide avenue for you that you have opportunity, whether it's BIU or Chologo is going to 36 State University from January. She has a scholarship to go there already. So the world is wide open for you. If only you can put your mind to it, get up this way, do your training when you're supposed to train, and do well in school. In the US, if you don't do well in school, they drop you from sports. Same thing. So that's why I keep telling coach, make sure they are doing well in school also, and also they are training hard, because as a student athlete, you're probably more busy than the average student. You have to be in class, also you have to train. So those are the sacrifices you have to make. When I got to the States in 1980, those are the sacrifices I had to make our brother here the same thing. He did the same thing, and to make sure you attend your classes, and also training to remain relevant and so you can compete. So those are the two cardinal points. Besides doing your training and homework and all that, whatever you need as our youth athletes will provide those support for those youths. Whether they are going to competition in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, but you has come in several times, or even when that competition here they say it's happening, I will ask what do they need? The last one they did the Midwest competition. And you provided all the t-shirts that was worn by the athletes. If you guys see, you see it for them there. It wasn't my competition, but we wanted to support because we believe in what's happening. So that's our primary goal. What we're trying to do: identify those youth, screen them properly. That's why tomorrow when they are doing the screening accreditation, you see me walking around. We want to make sure the right kids are actually participating in the event. So you catch those kids at the right time and make sure they are supported along the way for the next 3 or 4 years. That's our commitment. So, Dr. Idahosa, do you want to add to it or?
I'm letting him go first. No, I think you said it all. I think let me take it to our members if there is anything we have not said yet. You have anything to say please concerning this? All they have been talking about, just simplify it. As you are, I'll just do it quickly here as soon as possible. Then. Okay, let me quickly put this one. You said you are directing it strictly to Edo South.
Yes, for this year.
What about the children? Okay, for this year.
Yes, we
have
have
your reason for that.
We have this maybe Madukenu. It's going to come up by February because she is from Igwebe, and the king of Igwebe used to send a representative down here whenever we are doing the competition. And it's going to do its 40 years anniversary also. So he has requested that we should do the next edition in Igwebe, which we are going to do at Igwebe Grammar School. So all the Edo South, Edo North, and Edo Central, we have to come to, which already they are aware of it. That's it. Not that basically we are ruling them out, no. But we have another competition for them.
Okay, in that case, I need to add to what he said. Good, thank you. Because he said something about young athletes getting their education and also training. And I want to use an example. So, can you come on? Yeah, because we saw a very, a big, a lot of, potentials in you. I'm just using you as an example for the rest of the athletes. And then for you to also understand that we have a lot of faith in your abilities to go to the next level. So don't take it for granted. So make sure you take advantage of those talent and opportunities that come your way. You are going to be an example for many people to follow. So what we are trying to tell her is that look at Oshonogo, see where she's heading. That is what we want all of you to understand. Your education, and if you have the talent, use it. Take advantage of the opportunities. Don't take it for granted because you can slip away and you don't want any regret. So make sure you're working hard. Be focused. What I'm saying to her goes the same for everybody. Yeah. So that is what he was saying earlier about our vision. So that's what I want to tell you, and I want every athlete here to understand that. And then also those ones behind you that are not here, we want you to help us encourage them to join you. So that way we have more, because some of you are going to be moving on to the next age group. So try to help us, tell those younger ones to come up and join you, and then there's a lot of potential, a lot of opportunities for them. So that's all I wanted to add to that.
So in essence, some of you could be the next Christina Chalongo in 3 years. That's what I want you to do. That you could be the one representing Nigeria in the Olympics in 3 years' time. We were sitting like this 3 years ago at the stadium. That's what we first saw. We gave her shoes, gave her all kinds of stuff she needed. When she was going to go compete, they had a name. Mutio will get a hold of me. We'll try to meet that need. So whatever hardship might be going on, as long as you're doing well, let us know. We'll do our best to make sure we encourage and continue to support you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think, just to emphasize the point, and you to support athletes who are dedicated to themselves and to their education. Because we can give you all the money that you need if you are not really serious. If you are not really serious about that sport and your education, we won't go anywhere. And you brought out the young lady as a good example of the kind of athlete that we want. If you do your best, the ball is at your hands, and we'll support you at every step of the way. Okay, but we don't want athletes coming 1 year and then they fly off the radar. So we cannot say enough. The world is really open. Scholarship to school in Nigeria, scholarship to universities in America, not just to go to school, but for your future. It opens up the doors for so many other things that await you. So it's very good to make sure we emphasize and to support excellent athletes, for their own betterment and for the future of our youth in Nigeria. We don't want to emphasize already or endorse this particularly, but we try to encourage everybody, because right now, if you look at the athletes, we don't ask where you're from. We just say what school you are from. Yeah. So if you might be going to Asoro, but you're from Lagos State or you're from Imo, then it doesn't really make any difference. So we just want to make sure that we have dedicated students, dedicated athletes.
Yes. I remain Kingsley Afamo for Manchester International. Please, can you let us know the number of athletes that will participate in this event in the next 3 days? The number of athletes that will be participating.
We are expecting about 700 athletes to attend.
708?
Yes, 700 students. Let's put it that way.
Okay, 700.
Yes. If you put it together by 20 per each school.
From the Edo South?
Edo South.
Even schools outside Benin?
Yes. When you say outside Benin, we are talking about Kogoka, we are talking about Ego, Ovia, and they are just in the neighborhood, so they can come. You understand me? Like even in it should be Kogoka also. Yeah, what they call that school in Edip? That school in Kenya, what is it? Igbine. Those ones they will stay here. But unfortunately, when they come, we used to struggle to get them accommodation because they cannot be going home and back. So we used to struggle to get accommodation for them. But they are still in Benin.
Coach, shall we say accommodation is one of the challenges we face in this competition?
See, it's always there. Even when you if you go to social party, accommodation is always problem. So it's always there. So, but we just we keep it aside because we will always solve it.
But we did provide accommodation.
Yeah. Last year, the schools that came from Ososo, Onwa, Ekpoma, and I think not Igara. No. What's it called? Where used to be from? Agbede. We accommodated them, all of them.
Accommodation,
feeding, and even the feeding is more than what every other person is getting because we feed them morning, afternoon, night. Like in the competition proper now, the athletes are entitled to lunch.
Then to add to it, those athletes you are going to be discovered now. What mechanism has a Yoto Academy put in place in terms of monitoring and nurturing?
He just explained to you right now that the coaches are always there to take them to the next level. 2, financially, when they are in the need of finance, they call. But they are equally entitled to 100,000 naira. They give them quarterly support. for transportation. So if you get all that, I don't think any athlete has problem. You can get to your training venue, you can buy water, nobody wants to buy water. I don't think you have problems.
And the coaches do the monitoring.
Yes.
Okay, let me quickly add this one. Let me quickly add this one. We are talking about giving scholarship to outstanding students.
Yeah.
Like how many are we looking at? You're talking about 700
10.
competing now. Like how many are we taking?
We take the 10 best athletes. No, we don't care about the event. It is not even compulsory you must win.
Yeah.
We can see the potential in you and we pick you.
Okay.
It's not compulsory you must be the first person. You can be a junior and you are struggling with the senior and we say, hey, this guy can go to places. Pick you.
Pick you for monitoring.
Yes. So that's it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Olabanja from Dynamic Athletics Media. So my question is, what's next for these people? Because the biggest challenges is the transitioning phase. Because when they leave this phase now, they have a wider gap, meeting with the seniors. So are you looking forward to, include under 20 in this event? So are you looking forward to that? In order not to create a wider gap. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a very nice question. Like what we used to do, they are assigned to a coach. Not just because of this period alone. I can say for eternity till they stop running. Only if, because you can't force an athlete to train with a coach. It's only an athlete that knows this is my coach. A coach is there, father to all or mother to all. But it's just the athlete that will say, this is my coach. He can decide to change tomorrow. We don't have problem with that. But we keep monitoring them. Whatever, Oceanogo stop running Yoto 2021. But we are still measuring and in meaning we are still retired. So it's not just the 1 year and we forget about it. No. The monitoring continue. The support continue.
For Yoto, for us, I think it's an important question because they move on from this age to another age level. So we go look at it and see what we can do to help, keeping them going at that next level. So we'll discuss it and thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Felix Idahosa. Game master at Ogbe Junior Secondary School here. Now, most of my students don't have a coach. We are the ones that are doing the coach now. I don't know. One, what is our benefit as a game master or game mistresses in our school? And most of all these children, they don't have coach or coaches. Then secondly, most of all these students are coming from far wide places, from maybe from Mumbo, Iloriolo, Aputu, just like that. How are they going to come to this very event? These are some of my questions. Thank you.
So first of all, where's your school? We're looking for that school this afternoon.
Ogbe Junior Secondary School, you just beside not too far from here. Ogbe Junior Secondary. Okay, when you pass through.
About 500 meters away from here.
Airport Road, St. Paul, just beside St. Paul.
Okay. But to also answer the question, most of the game masters that come with those youths for competition, we do compensate them for transportation as well. So I don't know if that answers your question. Is that for this competition, right? If they come to the competitions, yeah, we compensate them for the transport.
There's always transport subsidy for all schools that comes to the competition.
But we're also aware not all schools have coaches. Some just have grade masters, that is not the official commitment. That's
Yes.
the name. Yes.
Like I said, we are not coaches. We are teachers. But because of the interest we have in sports, we take it upon ourselves to be coaching these children or students in school. Like I, for instance, I'm the one representing, I'm the coordinator of sports in Morelos Junior Secondary School. Okay, so because of the sports, the love we have in sports, so we decided to be coaching these students. The ones we don't know, we can actually tell them from the stadium here. Most of them don't come to our school to train. So from there, they assist us.
Maybe I think if you identify those talents in your school,
yes,
you should tell them to come and see the coach. So the coach will know what to do to take care of them.
I have coaches that train there in that school. They can easily reach them and they will get across. Because we are using their school for throws, we can't throw anything here. We secondary school as our training.
How come you haven't identified talent in their school?
Secondary school.
As the secondary school. They are both in the same place. They are both in the same place.
No, primary is not.
No, not primary. I need the secondary school.
He's primary.
No, junior secondary school.
They are training in the junior side.
We are in junior side. That's what we put our efforts. We contribute to the maintenance of that field.
Okay, let's go. Other question, please. So, Montino, can you tell the folks what's happening in the next 2 days? What are the activities?
Yeah.
The events?
Yeah. In the next 2 days, as usual, we're going to start our program with screening. Before getting there, I want to beg every one of you, games masters, coaches, we are doing under 15 championship, meaning the students you are presenting must be 14 and below. A day after 15, the athlete will not be eligible to compete. Like, it's not just that you want to win at all costs. It's going to put we, the coaches, in a very tight corner. This is a competition we use to pick our under 15 junior athletes that represent Edo State. Like the students that are here, if you have represented Edo State in under 15, please stand up, let me see you. Meaning they are all 14 and below when they represented Edo State. That is, if we keep to the rules, it will benefit not me, not you, the athletes and the states. Those are people to benefit from keeping to the rules. The organizers have nothing to lose, but the benefit of running under 14 is for them to graduate to under 15 to represent Edo State. So please keep to that. So in the morning after the screening, we go into the track and we start with the 100 meter, which is always a very big, it's always a crowded event. Then the other events will follow. And again, if you present your 20 athletes from each school, 10 boys, 10 girls, if you don't have like there are boys only, you take the 20. There are girls only, like India College, you take the 20. Okay? Then, if your list is being screened and some athletes are being dropped, we assume that the one that are screened in are the students that will represent your school. Those other ones that are above are not entitled to anything. Let me put it that way. They are not entitled to the t-shirt, they are not entitled to the lunch, because already they break the rules. They are not even entitled to transport. Let's put it that way. Clearly, they are not entitled to anything. If you have 20 and we screen 10 in. Those 10 are the ones entitled to whatever we want to give. Is that clear? So that is what we are going to do for the next 2 days.
How many events for boys and how many events for girls?
It's going to be 10 events for boys, 10 for girls, including the relays. The relays, we have the 4x1, we have the 4x4 for boys and girls, and we have the mixed relay, 100 meters mixed relay. That means the mixed relay is 2 boys and 2 girls forming a team. Is that clear? Meaning the relays alone are taking over 5 of the events we are talking about. So that is it.
Okay, finals.
Yes, the finals is going to be on Friday. Let me please include this. Because we are aware that there are some schools that are doing their exams, we are going to do most of our final events in the evening. After screening the first day, the 100 meter seats will probably start between 12 and 1, depending on how we're able to go through the screening. Then after that, the finals of the 100 meters will come the final day in the evening. So if any student was able to close the school by 12, 1, and able to come for the 100 meters and make the finals, he will still have the opportunity to run his finals in the final day, because the final day we're going to start by 3. The final is going to start by 3, 100 meters. So we want to give a level playground for everybody, but we are aware of the challenges of their writing exam. But we still want to create that window where some of them can take part in the competition. Right.
You did mention about age.
Yes.
Age gap. Yes. I don't know how are you going to explain it in terms of that age?
Yes. First of all,
then the second question, sir. You said 20 from each school. Now you know that secondary school is not divided into
junior and senior.
Yeah. Now, is it that junior will bring 20 students, then senior will bring 20 students, or 10 from each? I don't know.
No, we cannot say you should start doing trials because you want to come as a school. Okay? There are some schools, they are seniors. Like, we know quite well, in secondary school, you hardly get under 15 if we don't want to lie to ourselves.
Senior.
Yes, secondary school. It's very difficult to get under 15. That's 14 years. It's difficult. You might probably have the luck in SS1, but the junior secondary school, even some are above. That's why we checkmate them with the NIN. Some come with their NIN. You can even run under protest. Let me put it to you this way. If we believe an athlete is above, and the athlete is telling you, I have an NIN, that's an official document. If you come to the NIN the next day, he would have started running. If we deny him running that day, he would not be able to continue. He would have started running, but at the finals, if you cannot present that NIN, you'll be out. You'll be out. So, but we know physically, we know I have under 15 children at home. So there's nobody that can dazzle anybody.
So, sorry, is the competition strictly for government-owned schools?
No.
Okay.
Or the government-owned schools are not doing exams now, but the private schools are doing. That's why I said we created that room for them to see if they can come between 12 and 1 and take part.
So prizes for this year's competition. Okay. Okay. Prizes for the competition. First place in this event will win 35,000. Second place, 15,000. Third place, 10,000. For the 10 best athletes, they will win 100,000 each. To be given out in 4 segments, 25,000 each. Then for the best school, the school with the most medals, you win 200,000 in addition to a Youth Sports Academy Cup. Beautiful cup, it's been engraved now. So those are the prizes for this year's competition.
Second
will be second.
So we're going to do that. Let them know now.
Second school will be 100,000. Third school will be 50,000. And please be sure that gets to the school. There were some issues last year where the principal was not aware they won anything.
Not even that alone. Every year we get complaints from parents, from principals, from whatever. You see, the Eyoto t-shirt is meant for the kids. We're told that some schools, when they collect it, it's shared between the teachers. So, and that is unfair. It is meant for the students. Because the students or the athletes, actually, if you look at it, it's like a sacrifice from the games masters and the games mistress. It's like you are helping your students to achieve in life. Coming here and you see them winning money, you see them winning t-shirts, and you believe what do you have for me? According to the way they used to put it, say what do you have for us? Even me, there's nothing for me than to help the athlete to grow. But that's my job. You see, like you said earlier, that some schools have no coaches. You are correct. We have this problem between the sports and the educational, Ministry of Education or the education people. Like, if you are having an inter-house sport now, I will just show you, sit down, I want to see the talent you have. But the guest masters will be angry. But the question I keep asking them, when you discover this athlete as a teacher, where do you take them to? It is we, the coaches, that will help the athlete to grow. But to them, it's like somebody, we are like intruders. That's why this is the 5th year we have been writing to the Ministry of Education to give us permission to have access to the principals and whatever. They've never approved it for one day. Even when this Eyoto Sport Academy decided to sponsor the athletes to a school competition outside Edo State, I think Ibadan. The last one is Ibadan. We're there. Okay. At the dining, there was this, I can say, warning being given to schools to allow the students to go. Because the Asoro Grammar School principal was struggling. Because you can see now, Asoro, about 3 or 4 students are from Asoro that are under this scholarship. So she's used to the program and she wants the student to grow. But she was not given the permission to release the students to go to that national, this is for the federation. And they are picking a team, I think, to Bahrain.
Yeah.
They are picking a team to Bahrain. And Edo State could not participate because of the Ministry of Education. So those are the problems you see when coaches are not coming to schools or coaches are staying away from inter-house sports. It is our duty. Most of the job we are doing, you are already doing it for us. The first coach, an athlete know, is a guest master before a professional coach. So we would love to work with you people, but it's just unfortunate that people think we are taking their job.
It will change now because
Amen.
the commissioner is no longer.
Okay, you are aware of all this wahala.
Yes.
Oh, amen.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you, Coach. I want to give opportunity to the press people. Are there other questions before we bring up? So just portion is done. The student athletes, you can wait so you can get your disbursement. No. The people, we need to close officially this portion of the meeting. So folks who want to, the principals who want to get the and really quick.
Go ahead.
My name is actually Lagos. I'm the MBI Sports. I work with schools, private schools. And my suggestion is this: if you look at the time now that is piece of this program, it's almost an exam time. So I will advise the next edition we should work with the school calendar because if you do it at this time, the response from other schools will be reduced. So if we work with the school calendar, we can get a higher numbers of schools to participate in it.
We have Mr. Douglas. Are you there?
Yeah.
Is it from beginning of the exam by now?
No.
Go and check the calendar.
Yeah.
Right.
That was where we run into this.
Thank you very much. That ends the press folks portion of the meeting. And I look forward to really your wonderful write-ups. And the student athletes can wait so you can get your disbursement either through transfer or cash. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. You didn't hear you're supposed to wait? Was it the other time?
Yes, yes. Yes. When you from our
It's not changing. But I have to work on it myself now. So I'll work on it and try to see if
This one is not.